Yo, what is up, 80 team? Austin Dunn. I'm back again with another video. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you 5 signs she is wifey material. We're gonna change it up today because I'm always talking about signs she's a hoe, signs she's this, signs she's that. But I know a lot of you guys want to be in relationships. Don't even cap. Don't even cap. For the next 5 to 10 years, you watching this video, Mr. Red Pill you, are going to be in a relationship with some type of girl. So it is helpful if you find the right girl, because the reason why a lot of guys discover the red pill and these different aspects of female nature is because they pick the wrong girls. The vetting process is horrible. So take these 5 signs and take them seriously, because it's a clear indicator that she's potentially wifey. Now, before we get into it, let's describe what wifey actually means. All that means is displaying personality, characteristics, and traits that display that of being a wife. And we all have our own idea, perception of what a wife is. I'm gonna let you make that own judgment for yourself. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the first way to identify if a girl is wifey or not, first things first, you have to have your own set of red flags and be able to identify them within any chick you're dealing with. If she's hitting these red flags, whatever they may be, they could be as simple as, example, she doesn't work out, or she does OnlyFans, or maybe she bartends part-time on the side. I don't know. Whatever your personal red flags are, point is you got to take them seriously, and you cannot be negotiable with them. Like, some red flags could be negotiable, but overall, most of your red flags should be non-negotiable. And if you withhold and stand on that, then chances are you're going to be able to find a chick who is more wifey for you. So before we even get started into the point, you must establish your own personal red flags. All right, so the first sign that she is wifey material is if she comes from a traditional family background and has a good relationship with both of her parents. Guys, when you're on a first date, you need to ask these questions just to kind of weed out the wifey versus non-wifey. The reason why a girl who comes from a traditional family with traditional values and a traditional background is more wifey than not is because they're gonna value long-term relationships a lot more because they grew up with it. They're gonna value staying with one person a lot more because they've seen it within their parents their whole entire lives. That's all they know. Ever heard of the problem daddy issues? There's a reason why stuff like that exists too. It's because a girl who grows up with a bad relationship with her parents, and especially her father, tend to present certain traits that are not wifey in comparison to the latter, right? Coming from, 2 parents together, happy family, happy life, whatever the case may be. Traditional values. And then a person who comes more from a traditional family tends to be more of a traditional person, and that correlates to like traditional femininity in a woman too. So just make sure her family background is really good. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, because I know a lot of people don't have a perfect family, but as long as she has at least a decent relationship with her mom and especially her dad. Sign number 2 of a wifey material girl is if she has little to no social media presence. I don't know about you, but when it comes to me actually taking a girl seriously, she cannot be an influencer. She cannot be an IG model. She cannot be presenting herself constantly on social media, especially in a sexual or explicit way. And girls who have little to no social media presence tend to overall be better girls, and I think it's just because they limit their options. Unknowingly they limit their options because social media connects everybody. So a girl who isn't posting a lot on social media or isn't really even active on social media tends to be better when it comes to long-term relationships, because they're not actively seeking and exercising their hypergamy on social media. And 2, they tend to be more naturally reserved girls who don't care about showing their body to the world, who don't care about interacting with all these different checkmark athletes in their DMs or whatever the case may be. And I say this from experience, guys. I've been with girls who had tons of followers, who had a high social media presence. They show me their DMs openly. They got athletes, rappers, YouTubers. Like, how you think they met me? Come on, let's be real. How you think they met me? So point is, if I'm gonna take a girl seriously, which one day I might, she has to not have a social media presence, or if she does, private account, very little following, not actively posting like the way I am. I do it for business purposes mostly. The point is, you guys know what I'm saying. We're not messing with these IG models. We just, what's AMS say? That's right. Sign number 3 that she is potentially wifey material is that she has a history of long-term relationships and them lasting. And the reason why this is important is because she knows how to be in a long-term relationship and has some sort of experience with being with somebody long-term. Personally, there's 2 things I don't want in a woman, no matter what you guys may think. First one is a virgin. I don't understand the obsession with virgins, to be honest. I do not want somebody who's never had any sexual experience. Maybe I can train and coach them, but I'm getting besides the point. Anyways, don't want a virgin. And number 2, I don't want somebody who's never been in a long-term relationship or has no experience when it comes to a long-term relationship. And just for multiple reasons. One, I don't want her learning process to be with me. I want her to experience what she does, what she doesn't like in a long-term relationship, and to have some experience when it comes to maintaining something long-term. Because even me myself, with my history of long-term relationships, which I've been in 2 of them, I've learned a lot through each one. That is why sometimes, I see the benefit of being in a long-term relationship, even as guys, because there's value and benefit to both. Being single, you learn what you do and don't like. You tend to learn female nature a little bit better. And also while being in a relationship, you tend to learn what it's like to kind of maintain that purpose and that attraction long-term. And you tend to learn a lot about yourself too in regards to your comfortability. Like, are you still able to maintain your purpose while in a long-term relationship? And point is, I want that girl to experience the same things before she gets to me. So point is, if she has a history of long-term relationships, not a whole bunch, not like 5+, but at least like 1 to 2, then those are probably a good sign that she could possess more wifey qualities than the latter. And keep in mind, when I speak about these wifey material or signs that she's wifey, these are always that if she possesses these qualities, she has a higher likely chance of being wifey, guys. I'm not saying these 5 points she's exactly wifey, because no, we can definitely come across some thoughts and some girls who are not good for relationships who also have these points. They're just more likely to possess wifey qualities. Sign number 4, guys, she presents signs of modesty. Now, what is modesty? All it is like presenting yourself to the world in a modest way. So, covering yourself up, not dressing like a hoe, not going out like a thought every single day, not wearing booty shorts to present her ass to the world, whether she be single or in a relationship. Definitely when she's not in a relationship. And going back to the social media thing, not always posting bikini pictures, not always showing off her body for no absolute reason, taking ass pics, doing TikTok trends, showing her body. Point is, she presents signs of modesty on social media and also in real life. That is one of the most attractive traits, in my opinion, that a girl could show me. And especially when they respect your opinion and decision on something. I've had girls ask me like, hey, do you think this is okay to wear before I go out? They could be doing anything and they'll actually ask for my opinion and be willing to change for me if I didn't like it. That right there is a great sign that she is wife material, because she actually values her image and values what the world thinks of her, and including your perception of her. So if you happen to meet, let's say a girl at a club and she was wearing like this crazy ass outfit, I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. Chances are you probably shouldn't take her serious. Now, maybe I'm just too picky, but I feel like me being too picky has allowed me to bring the right women in my life. So that's why I feel like you should be picky too, and only deal with girls who present signs of modesty. And if they bring up, oh, you're just insecure, or you can't tell me what to wear, if I hear any of that, red flag, you're out of here. Do the same. And lastly, guys, and the most important in my opinion, is if she basks in her divine femininity. She is nurturing, she is caring, she shows acts of kindness, she is reciprocating to your whatever you do for her. Every now and then she offers to pay. Every now and then she wants to take you out somewhere. All these little things that show her femininity and submissiveness towards you goes a very, very long way. I actually made a TikTok video. I was like, when she never offered to pay in 6 months.
Yeah, that was your last straw. I ain't gonna cap. You are cut the fuck off.
And a lot of girls were arguing in the comments like, oh, if you're just broke, just say so. If you're just this, just basically coming at me. And I was like, that's how I know these girls will never have a high value guy who respects himself and her in their life ever. Because they're used to these simps who are always trying to do the most for these chicks, and they never had to, act in their feminine nature. They never had to be reciprocating. They don't know what it's like. But when a girl actually truly likes you, she's wifey material, and she just submissive towards you, like I said, she's gonna do all these things without question, guys. And this is probably one of the biggest things that can actually make a red pill man fold. It's gonna be your kryptonite. It's gonna be your kryptonite. A girl who hits this point, number 5, and also the rest of these points I talked about, guys, you're gonna fold. You're gonna fold like a lawn chair or whatever that folds. I don't even know. You're gonna fold like a I can't even think of nothing. Point is, you're gonna fold. But guys, those were the signs that the chick is wifey material. Let me know, have you ever had a chick who presented all these signs or qualities? And if so, let me know which ones. Subscribe, like the video, hopefully you enjoy. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.